There we go. I'm live. Third time's a charm. Okay, sheesh. I'm like, I thought Facebook and YouTube didn't like each other. It looks like both of them ganging up on me. Hey guys, if you're watching this on the replay, this is a live Q&A. I normally go live in my private Facebook group. So I guess I'm gonna let you guys have privilege to what goes on in our private group. So I am live, guys, and I told all of my clients from the School of Business Credit to come over to YouTube because Facebook put me in Facebook jail today. I'm in Facebook jail. They hating the hustle in Facebook jail. So let's let some people get ready to come in and chime in. And if you're watching this on the replay, this is a live Q&A. This is kind of what our live Q&As look like in the E.DeanCole Financial Online for the clients in the School of Business Credit. So let's allow everybody to kind of come in. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Joseph? How are you doing, my man? I am winning. Thank you so much, Joe. I'm gonna let everybody gather in. This is like the third time me trying to do this, so forgive me, guys, for all of the back and forth and in and out and out and in. So let's let everybody get ready to chime in. So I know there's a lot of people in here earlier. Hey, how are you doing? Cindy, nice to meet you. How are you doing? That's no, I'm sorry, Craig. Hey, Craig, how are you doing? You got your question ready, brother? Awesome. That's good stuff. Executive, what's that? How do you pronounce that? Declarational thought? That's a very interesting name. So yeah, you got your questions ready. Let's go ahead and get ready, Mr. Thought. So let's go ahead and ask away. Now, I'm going to allow this to build up, allow more people to come in from my clients. Like I said, this is the third attempt of me trying to do this. And let's see if I can get my assistant to let everybody know that we are here. How are you doing today? You missed the seminar for Alabama. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you so much, Felicia. All right, are we yet? Yes, we are on yet. Hey, how are you doing, Makita? How are you doing, my man? Thank you for coming over. Yes, so we had some issues. We are live now. I'm going to let Tendosi know to tell you guys that we are live. All right, let Tendosi know. Tendosi is one of my assistants. She's talking for me via Facebook because Facebook put me in jail. That's crazy. So I'm letting her know to let you guys know that we finally got it worked out. All right. How are you doing, Makita? All right, so let everybody get ready to come in and chime in, so we'll be good to go. All right, so we are good to go. All right, awesome. Hey. All right, they messing with, I think they just hating on the hustle. Doing good, brother. Thanks so much, Makita. Thank you so much for chiming in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so clients that are normally on Facebook Live, the messages will stay normally in Facebook Live and I can go back. YouTube is different. They won't allow me to go back. YouTube is going to come up and it's going to flash and it's going to flash and then it's going to go away. All of my clients, please, please, please do not do Super Chat. If you are my clients and you are enrolled into my course, do not do Super Chat. Super Chat pays me for you asking me questions. So if you are my client and you're watching this, don't do Super Chat. Please don't do Super Chat because you guys are already enrolled into the course. I don't. But if you're watching and you're not a client and you want to Super Chat, then by all means feel free to do so. What Super Chat does, it keeps your comment at the top because when the comments come, they're going to start coming in very, very fast. So this is a new platform for us and this is public. Most of the time we're private in our private group. So bear with me. I just wanted to be accountable because, we were supposed to go live. I was trying to go live and Facebook was stopping me from going live. They said that I was posting too much. They said that I was posting too much. They was hating on the hustle, but I'm like, hey, you got to spread the word. You got to get it out there. So if one monkey don't stop no show, this is YouTube's third attempt. So we're going to get right into it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let some other people get ready to go. All right. You says you agree I'm giving too much knowledge. I'm giving too much knowledge, Boyd. And they want to stop the movement. Listen, one monkey don't stop no show. This movement will be televised. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice, everybody that I touch, that I am in contact with, I want them to be successful. Even the trolls, even all the treasure trolls. I call you guys treasure trolls. Somebody just commented on one of my videos saying that my office space was cheap because they saw trees in the background. As long as they come in, let them come in. It doesn't matter. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I don't have nothing to prove nothing to nobody. You know, it is what it is. Listen, unless they are a paid client, I could care less. If you're a paid client, then I care about what you say. But if you ain't a paid client, then I can care less. You are a spectator. If you're not a participator and you're just a spectator and you're not a collaborator, I ain't got it doesn't matter. So go ahead with your questions. We're letting more people get ready to chime in. Good stuff. Can you super chat on the iPhone? You can't super chat on the iPhone. Okay, I apologize for that, Mr. Thought. But yeah, so you can try to ask your questions and when they get going. All right. You got your hammer and boot for the trolls? That's what I'm talking about, yes. Now, I've been educated on the trolls because at first, I would just block them and I would boot them out. But it helps with the analytics. It helps get the word out. So now that I have a better understanding of that, whenever a troll says something negative to me, I just respond with positivity. You know what I'm saying? I say, oh, thanks so much for the comment. You just helped my word. You just helped me spread the word a lot more. I probably got 5 more subscribers because of that. You know what I'm saying? So I kill them with the shoulders. I kill him with the shoulders. My man Duval do. Somebody called my office line. Somebody's calling my office live while I was live. So all those comments, I just missed those comments. Somebody calling my office line at almost 9 o'clock at night. And so what happens is that it automatically forwards to me. So if my office line is closed, or if I'm closed down, or if I'm shut down, then it'll automatically come to me just by default. So people are calling, but nevertheless. So I just saw, so all of your comments that you just made, remake them. I cannot see them now. For all of my clients that are on the new platform, which is YouTube Live, and have never done YouTube Live before, the live comments will not show up on YouTube. It'll just be it'll be private. So if I missed the question, if I didn't ask your question, ask it again. Ask it as many times as you need to, because it's going to go away. Like I said, it's different. The only time it stays up is if you do super chat. And I don't want you guys to do super chat because I don't want you guys to pay me. All right, so I just missed a comment. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. There go the comments. Okay, I see them now. I'm learning. Okay. I'm learning. There go the comments. Okay, there we go. It says awesome. All right, Chris checking in. How's it going, Dean? I am winning, Christopher. Thank you so much for asking. Hello, Dean. Patricia from Dallas. Hey, Patricia, how are you doing? Thank you for watching. Hey, Dean, it's Mario. Hey, Mario, how are you doing, my man? You looking to take your course in the next couple of weeks, but you have a question, really need to ask you. Okay, well, this is the time for you to ask me, man. Go ahead and ask me. Ask away. Okay, good stuff. All right, so I am learning, and I just figured out how to look at the comments. Okay, so the comments do stay. I just have to touch the screen. So I have to touch the screen. So that's cool. Now with Super Chat, it'll leave it at the top. So we're good to go. All right, you have a question? All right, go ahead. If you have a question, just ask a question. You don't have to say you have a question. Just go ahead and ask a question if you have the question. All right, okay, what's going on, Dean? All right, you have the course updated? Yes, Mr. Merritt, the course has updated. It has updated. All right, and Craig says that you have a question. Go ahead and ask your question. All right, and all right, let's see here. All right, Thought says, hey, Dean, I got a question. Is it a good idea to take, hold on for a second. Is it a good idea to take out a small business loan? Oh, come on now. That's why I guess Super Chat works so well, because I have to keep pushing it to make it stay up so I can read it. All right, it says, is it a good idea to take out a small business loan with your credit union and repay it immediately after it posts to your credit reports to build lending lending relationships with them? Well, that's a very good question. Not to pay it immediately. Paying it immediately does not build a good relationship. But yes, it's a good idea. If you are in the position to take out a small business loan and you're able to do a small business loan, then yes, I suggest that you take out a small business loan. Don't pay it back immediately. That doesn't work. That doesn't help anything. That's a miscalculated assumption. It's uneducated advice from uneducated people on credit. You're going to need to keep that loan for 3 months in order to build a relationship and for it to report to your profile properly. So what you're going to have to do is take out the loan. Even if you don't need it for anything, just let the money sit in the bank and then just pay it. And then at the end of 3 months, if you want to, pay it off. So that's a good thing if you want to do. But depending on what your goal is, put it to good use. But yes, to answer your question, yes. If you're in the position to take out a loan, then yes. Now, a lot of people aren't in the position to do that. So if you know without a shadow of a doubt, without any equivocations, you are able to do that, then yes. But if you don't know, if you are, and if you're not sure, then when you're enrolling in our course, you're guaranteed. You actually have. I'm changing the course up, guys. So right now we have a $20,000 guarantee. That's actually too low. That's just too low. I'm actually going to change it to $50,000 because we have some new banks and some new lenders that just came in, and it's just so easy to. I mean, the one lender that a lot of you guys have been going to, been getting you like $40,000 off the rip, just one. So I'm changing it to $50,000. I want to be conservative, but I don't want to be too cocky with what we can guarantee. But on average, everybody's like around 75,000 who's been getting funding right now. And we have one lender that's giving out 40, one credit union giving out 40. Then we have one trade line that's giving out 40. Then we have 7 other trade lines that are giving out 1,000 apiece. So vendors are giving out 1,000 apiece. So I'm just going to change it to 50 because of some new things that are about to come. But anyway, so to answer your question, yes. All right, so let's kind of go back and see what I missed out on. Okay. All right, so let's see. Another question I missed out on. Okay, I think you messed up. Okay, you said you think you messed up. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me go back. All right, this is Darius. Hey, Darius, how are you doing, my man? Good stuff, Darius. Thanks so much for chiming in, Darius Dean. What's up? How are you doing? I am winning, my man. I'm glad that you could catch the live as well. Del Deasy, I'm glad you could catch the live as well, Del Deasy. All right, so let's see. All right, MPQ says you think you messed up. I think I messed up. I got my DUNS number and a couple experiences on there, but I think I may have screwed up with so many inquiries. That's a very good question. So business credit is separate from personal credit. Inquiries are great for business credit. You need to have inquiries. You want to have inquiries. Inquiries show that you're in business. Okay, guys, you got to remember, business and personal are two separate things. Personal credit, those are things that are personal, that are not income producing, thus personal. Traditionally speaking, they want you to have anywhere from 3 to 5 inquiries per year. Business is the complete opposite. That's why when I'm talking to people and entrepreneurs and small business owners, I have to change their way of thinking. You can't keep thinking like a consumer. You have to now start thinking like you are a business owner and you are an entrepreneur. And sometimes it's easier said than done. They don't always teach that in college, and they dang sure don't teach it if you're out on the street unless you just start hustling. So I said all of that to say this. Credit is good. Business credit is good. Leverage is good. Exposure is good. If you are a business and you're not applying for credit, and you are a business and you're not utilizing credit, that shows that you're not a successful, thriving business. That's just the way of the business world. So I said all of that to say this. So no, you did not mess up if you have a lot of inquiries. But if you're getting denied and you're not getting approved, it's because your profile isn't set up the proper way. So if you are applying for a lot of things and you're getting turned down and you're getting denied, it's because your business isn't set up the proper way. It's not because of the inquiries. The inquiries is a good thing. You need inquiries. Inquiries is a good thing. All right, so let me go back. I missed some questions. Let me go back. Dean. All right, so let's say, Thought says, then borrow $50,000 from them to buy a truck. Well, it depends on what the situation is. So first of all, let's not talk hypotheticals. Are you approved, Mr. Thought? Have you gotten the pre-approval? Because I don't want to talk hypotheticals. Hypotheticals will do nothing for you. You have to be intentional. So we don't talk hypotheticals. So let me know what your approval is. Do you have an approval for that? Because I could say, ooh, prime example, I was talking about Janet Jackson on the radio show today. I could say, ooh, when I see Janet Jackson, I'm going to take her out. I'm going to wine her, dine her. No, better yet, I was talking about Angela Rye. And I was like, I got a huge crush on Angela Rye. I could say, ooh, Angela, I'm going to buy Angela Rye these, should I buy her chocolates or should I buy her flowers? Dude, you don't even have a date with her yet. So the reason why I say that is because being successful and being an entrepreneur is so time consuming and it creates so much energy. We don't want to waste time. And the mistake that a lot of people make when they do woulda, coulda, shouldas, we don't dream, we make goals. So I said all that to say this. If you have gotten approval from the bank, what did they ask you? And then we're going to know specifics. So Mr. Thought, what exactly is it that the lender has given you? Or this is something that you wish that you want to do? And if that's the question, then if that's the situation, then the question shouldn't be ifs or whatevs. The question should be, what do I need to do X, Y, and Z? That's how you become solution oriented. And that's the habit that I have of brainstorming. If you brainstorm, you have to have action right behind it. No ifs, ands, or buts, no woulda, shoulda, couldas. That's how you stay in la la land. You got to wake up, stay woke, and stay productive. So let's go ahead and be more specific about that. So let me know what that reality is. If this is a reality, then that's good, but I need to know details. So type it out in more detail form, because the little short bits and pieces doesn't do very well on this format right here. All right, so let's see. All right, so you've been in the course and it's working fine. That's awesome, Curtis. I'm glad that you're in the course and it's working fine. All right, you say that you know that it says. All right, it's telling me to reconnect. I'm reconnected. I'm going back live again. So sorry about that. I reconnected. Oh, so did the last one end? Oh man, did the last one end? Oh, I don't know. It says I'm live again. So all right. So Craig asked a question. Do I think going company or going owner operator? My advice is, if you can go owner operator, go owner operator. If you are in the position to do it, then do it. Why drive company? Why work for somebody else and labor to make somebody else rich if you are in the position? Now, if some people don't have that position, some people have to go company to get their experience. Some people have to go company to get their CDL. Some people have to go company because they cannot afford to go owner op. But my advice is go owner operator. Don't be afraid of going owner operator. If you have your CDL and you know how to drive, then go out there and drive. That's my advice. Build your business. Why labor to make somebody else rich? Labor to make yourself rich. Either way it go, you're going to labor. So you might as well labor to make yourself rich. And some people say, oh, well, you're not a real trucker. Or, oh, you ain't been on the road long enough. Forget that. Listen, this is 2017, not 1967. You understand what I'm saying? Get out, go get it, and come back with it. This is the era of Jay-Z. This is not the era of Marvin Gaye. You understand what I'm saying? The era of Marvin Gaye is different from the era of Jay-Z. We have billionaires that come from nothing in our industry and in our era. That's who we aspire to be. So I said all of that to say this. Don't let the insecurities of somebody else, don't let somebody else's false expectations of themselves become your reality. You have access to new things that other people don't. So I said all of that to say this. So if you're in the position to go owner operator, go owner operator. But if you're in the position to go company, go company. But if there's a choice where you have to make the choice, my choice is owner operator all day, every day. Why work to make somebody else rich? If you can do the exact same thing, so what? You're not an expert. Try, keep trying, and eventually you'll do well. As long as you don't kill anybody on the road, and you're not going to kill anybody on the road as long as you abide by the rules. Now, I don't want to make light of the dangers of trucking, because the dangers are real, but that has absolutely nothing to do with paperwork. The stuff that you're talking about has to do with paperwork, not the ability to drive a truck. Now, you're asking a question about going company or going owner operator. My advice is to go owner operator for paperwork purposes and for money purposes, not for skill set. So there's a complete difference. So let me go ahead and answer some of these questions. All right. So Thought says, you got a question. Is it a good idea to take out a small loan with your credit union? Okay, I think I asked that already. Okay. How much is the course monthly, and how much do I off do you have to put down? Okay, good question, Anthony. So sorry about that. The question looked a little different. Okay, Anthony. So our course is the final cost for the course is $600 for the year. All right. The course is $600 for the year. You have two options. You can either pay $50 a month for 12 months, which equals $600 for the year. Or if you pay your tuition up front at one time, you will get a savings. So if it's $450 for the entire year. So if you pay for the entire tuition up front, you save $150. If that's not in your budget, then it's only $50 a month for 12 months. But notice this. We are about to start reporting to the credit bureaus, okay? So hear me and hear me clearly. This isn't something you can start and stop. We just by being enrolled into our course, we're going to be showing up as a trade line. I just had that meeting with TransUnion today, and we're going to start reporting to TransUnion. And once we report to TransUnion, we'll be able to report to Experian and Equifax in that order. Now, on the business side, we already can report to that. That's easy. That's with the UCC1 filing. But for the personal side, and the reason why I say that is that sometimes people want to start the course and then they want to stop the course. And I get it. The vicissitudes of life are real. I get it. I completely get it. But we report to the credit bureaus. So that means that we're going to be reporting to the credit bureaus. So that means that our accounts receivable department will be looking for the payment monthly. So that's the reason why I just want to let you guys know. So the cost of the course is $600 for the year. Now, in the course, you're guaranteed at least $20,000 in business credit. So it's more than well worth it. In the course, it includes a free website. It's more than well worth it. But I just want to let you know so that people can't say, well, I didn't know. No. You did know. I want people to understand that, this is if you're really serious. Not if you're playing games, but if you're serious about building your business credit, if you're serious about building your business, if you're serious about fixing your personal credit. Like I said, the average person's personal credit score goes up anywhere from 75 to 100 points. And now that we're going to be showing up on the personal credit, is going to make it even better. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that's a very good question, Anthony. So I'm trying to go back. This thing goes so fast. It's different than Facebook. Facebook is a little different. All right. So Mr. Thought says you would like to borrow $50,000 for your truck after building a relationship with them. Okay. So that's good. So that means that you have not been approved yet. So my advice would be to definitely set your business up the proper way so that you can get approved. And I think credit unions is a good way to go, Mr. Thought. All right. Let's see. All right, so Raymond likely says personal has a debt ceiling. All right, so it's just a comment that says personal has a debt ceiling. I don't know if that's a question or if you're just making a comment. So Raymond, re-ask that question for me again, please. So when you say personal has a debt ceiling, help me understand what you mean by that. All right, so Craig says if you have a bad personal credit, can or will it or will a bank give you a business loan? That's a very good question, Craig. So yes and no. In our course, we teach you how to build business credit that is completely separate from your personal credit. We teach you that because a lot of people have that issue. But at the same time, in our course, we teach you how to fix and repair your personal credit as well. Because when you do have better personal credit, it makes it even easier to get business loans. It doesn't mean that you can't. So that's the miscalculated assumption. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt, without any equivocations, we have clients right now in the course that have $75,000. No, they actually got approved for $2,500 today. For 70. Let me see. $77,500, 100%. No personal guarantee, regardless of the business, but regardless of personal credit. So in the course, we teach you how to build business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit. That's the purpose for going through the course. A lot of people can't do a personal guarantee. So we teach you how to establish your business the proper way so you can get funding. And then the second thing we do is we teach you how to go after it and do a full credit sweep on your personal credit so that you can wipe out all your old negative debts and boost your personal score. All right, so let me see. That's a good question. All right, so let's see another question. All right. It says, all right. So Mr. Thought says, you got a question? All right. Is it a good idea to take out a small loan? I think I answered that already. All right. How much is the course? I think I answered that already. All right. It says you need 39 and they give me hell with a credit score of 775. All right, you said you need 39, so that means you need 39,000. Is that what you need when you say you need 39? Does that mean you need 39,000, Curtis? Or what do you mean by that? So help me understand what you mean by that when you say that you need 39 and they give you a hell with a 775. Help me understand what you mean by that, Curtis. All right, DNB sent you a letter saying that I had too many. That I had so many. Okay, well, the reason why they sent you that letter, MQD, it wasn't because they are letting you know that you have too many inquiries. They're trying to sell you their business credit builder package. So what the purpose for them sending you that letter is to say, hey, there are a lot of businesses that are looking at you. Don't you want to know who these businesses are? Pay for our business credit builder package. So that's the reason why they sent that to you. I think they charge $1,500 for their business credit builder package or whatever. But in our course, we connect you with the resource that allows you to look at your business credit for free. And also, if you do want to get a paid version, it's only like $30 a month. So the purpose of the course is to give the advantage, not to take the advantage. Dun & Bradstreet is great. We need Dun & Bradstreet in order to be able to build business credit, but their products are just so out of whack when it comes to the cost. It's not cost effective. It doesn't make sense. It is 8:56 already. God dang it. And I'm just not getting into my groove. Oh, well. All right. Anyway, it is what it is. Business. So, oh, well. I was supposed to go have... I'm supposed to meet a young lady for cigars and drinks. She's just gonna have to wait. Business comes first. All right, so let's see here. Let's see, bad connection. Let's see if I can answer some of these questions. All right, let's see if I can answer some of these questions. Okay, it says, how should a person with really bad credit start to rebuild their credit? That's a very good question. What is that? Was that Deontay Penn? Or Mr. and Mrs. Penn, Donette Penn. I apologize. I can't really pronounce that name, but Penn. I can pronounce the last name, though. So the answer to the question, I need for you to ask me a question behind that question. What's the definition of really bad credit? What does that mean? Does that mean bankruptcy and foreclosure? So if bankruptcy and foreclosure is in there, or repossession, let me know what the definition of really bad credit is. So what exactly is it? Is there a bankruptcy or a repossession or a foreclosure? I would need to know that before I can give sound advice. So let me know and I can tell you what you would need to do. But that's a very good question. But it's not impossible. It's very simple and easy. I just need to know the direction to go. All right. So Raymond says business should go into the millions. That's correct, Raymond. That is true. Business should go into the millions. Okay. All right. Hey, Dean. Good to finally catch my live. Thanks so much, Stacy. I'm glad that you were able to catch it as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Good stuff. Yes, for 5,000 now. Okay. Yes, for 5,000 now. Okay, so they have given you, so Mr. Thought, they have given you approval for $5,000. That's good. So I suggest that you take it if they have given you an approval for $5,000 to build that relationship, but make sure that you leverage the proper way. Make sure that your business profile is set up the proper way. And if you're not enrolled into our course, I suggest you get enrolled into our course because we'll give you access to 40,000, and like I said, you're guaranteed at least 20,000. So we have banking relationships with lenders. If you have your LLC for at least a year, if you have your LLC for at least 12 months, and if you don't mind doing a personal guarantee, I could get you $100,000 if you have a 680 score. Everybody's not in that situation. So, but you have to be in business for at least 12 months. And what I mean by being in business is have a true LLC. That's if you need to get 100,000, but you don't need 100,000 starting out. There are different levels. So depending on where you are, depending on what your situation is going to determine what's best for you. Like I was just telling the young lady, she said bad credit. Some people's definition of bad credit is 650. Like I had a young lady that was tripping out. She was like, "Oh my God, my credit score is 700. It's so bad." And I was like, "What do you mean 700 is above average. She was like, well, my mom has an 800. So in her mind, a 700 score was considered bad. So it's relative to your experience. So I said all of that to say this, that if you have a relationship with the lender that'll give you 5, take it, but use it to leverage and build. Set your business up the proper way so that you can get the type of funding that you need. Those are some really good questions. Good questions, guys. Real good questions. All right. All right. A gang of questions too. Okay. All right. A gang of questions too. All right. Let me get back to where I was at. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. All right. I haven't been in the course. All right, so Curtis, you said that you haven't been in the course. Okay, so I didn't understand your question then. So retype things out in a full, complete sentence so I can understand what you guys are saying. All right, audio keeps coming out off. Yeah, I apologize. It says it's a bad connection. All right, let's see here. Applied for a personal loan. I was approved for $5,000, 7% for 36 months. You took the loan to build rapport. Would like to borrow $50,000 to buy a check, to bring a check, buy a check at the end of the year. Okay. All right. Well, thoughts. Then you're using your personal credit solely. I don't suggest that you use your personal credit solely. I thought that was a business loan that they were giving you. My advice would be, I think that you definitely should enroll into our course, because I don't encourage you to do 100% personal liability. Like our lender, our bank, that's our actual credit union bank that we have a relationship with, is giving out $40,000 in credit. That's an accumulation of 2 lines of credit and 2 business credit cards without any personal liability. So it's all in your business name. They do a check to confirm your identity, but it's not a personal guarantee, whereas God forbid it's considered a personal loan. It's actually a business loan. So we have relationships with the lender, and you're able to get that too. It doesn't matter as long as you are in business. You can be in business for 30 days and you can get access to that. So let's go ahead and move forward. As long as you're set up the proper way, though, and that's the purpose for the course. The purpose of the course is to teach you to be set up the proper way. And once you're set up the proper way, then you'll be able to get access to true business credit and business funding. All right, so let's see here. Oh man, that's now I see the reason why Super Chat is so important, because keep going and scrolling is something else, because it keeps going away. All right, let's see here. Hello, everyone. Hey, Chris, how are you doing, Chris? All right, says, I do need it for both, but I'm going to do your business first. Just did a lease purchase, but I want to go beyond that. Okay, Anthony, that's a very good option, and that's a very good mindset to have, Anthony. It's good to know the direction that you want to go in life, so that's good. You want to do your business first and then your personal second. That's perfect, Anthony. That's awesome. All right, so Deontay Penn says that you've leased on to Snyder National as a contractor, owner, operator. How should you start building your business credit? That's a very good question, Penn. So now that you're leased on with Snyder, then the first thing you need to do is you need to create an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Corporation. So you need to create. So I would consider like Penn. Your last name is Penn, so I would consider something like Penn Group or Penn Enterprise. Do not put trucking. People love to put trucking in their name. Do not put logistics. Don't do that. People love to put freight in their name. You don't want to be typecast and marginalized based on your business name. You don't want people to see something about you and assume something about you, because you can get to the point to where your business credit is so good to where you can go out and buy an apartment complex if you want to. And they're going to say, what does a Penn Logistics want to do with an apartment complex? You want it to be general so you can do whatever you want to do with your business. The purpose of being an entrepreneur is to be all powerful and to create your destiny and control your destiny. Also, too, you don't want to be, the trucking industry is considered a high risk industry, and you don't want to be flagged as high risk. That's how a lot of successful business owners who I've seen, and I've worked with banks, a lot of the people from other cultures, they are an anonymous LLC. Their name might be AGG and Group. You don't know, but AGG and Group might own this trucking company, might own this real estate company, might own this strip club, might own this liquor store, because they put it all underneath the umbrella of an anonymous LLC. That's how they're able to do those things, because Trucking industry is high risk. Strip club is high risk. Real estate is high risk. The reason why they're high risk is because a lot of people get into them unprepared. But the reason why a lot of people get into them is because it's very, very lucrative. It's a good industry to be in. So I said all of that to say this. If you are contracted on to Snyder, first thing you need to do is create your LLC. After you create your LLC, make sure that you set it up the proper way, then create your get your EIN and attach your EIN to your LLC. You might already have the EIN right now. You might already have a DUNS number right now. A lot of truckers who are leased on as sole proprietors, they might already have those things. You need to get rid of those, cancel those out, because it will not help you when it comes to building business credit. In our course, we teach you all of this. Like, I'm leaving some holes out because our course goes into grave detail and explain everything in grave detail, but I'm not going to be on here for a couple of hours. It's already been an hour on and off. But to answer your question, the gist of things, the first thing you do is create your LLC. The second thing you do is you need to make sure that you get the proper address to go on your LLC. Then after that, you need to create your EIN. Then after that, there's other steps that you have to do. So that's the first thing that you should do. Well, I could be like, the first thing you should do is enroll into the course. That's really the best thing that you should do so that you don't make a mistake. But there are different steps to go through it. But it just for the purposes of understanding, create an LLC immediately. So that's the first thing you need to do. All right. All right, let's see what's next. All right. Hello, everybody. All right. So Raheem Medina says, I'll have to PG an equipment loan. Will I still report to your business credit? That's a very good question, Raheem. Yes, sir. So it depends on which lender you go through. Yes. So if you do a personal guarantee, the purpose for the personal guarantee oftentimes isn't just so your business can have liability. It's just to verify your identity because of the Patriot Act. So because of the Patriot Act and to prevent terrorism and money laundering and all of those things, they do need to know your identity. So in our course, the personal guarantees that we talk about, 75% of them are for that purposes of identity. There are some that report to your business and personal. Like in the Numbers Don't Lie course, I show you one that you'll be able to get a loan if you've been in business for 3 months and you have at least $3,500 deposited into your business account, then they're going to give you a loan. But that loan, it reports to business and personal. So you have to do a personal guarantee if you chose that, but you don't have to choose that loan. So if you build your business up the proper way, you don't have to jump and take that loan because that's only for 3 months. You might want to build your business up and build your paydex up, and that's without an 80 paydex. You see what I'm saying? So I said all that to say this. There are different roads to take. So to answer your question, Raheem, you want to make sure that the lender that you do choose does report, and do not, under any equivocations, do any business with any company that does not report if it's something major like that. There are too many other businesses that do, and you guys have access to me so I can let you know the ones that do. It's a guessing game if you don't know, but because you guys have access to me, I'm not going to allow you to be taken advantage of or to be throwing water in a bucket with a hole in the bottom, if that makes sense. Because going and getting a loan that does not report your payments to your business credit is like putting water with a hole in a bucket when you are an entrepreneur. All right, so let's move forward. Okay. All right, say about Walmart. Okay, good stuff. All right, so Johnny Brown says, did the Walmart tie cost much? I'm not sure about that. Let's see here. Want to be a truck driver? How do you apply for it? That's a very good question, M4D. If you want to be a truck driver, research the different companies. First thing is, from my understanding, the first thing you need to do, M4D, I'm about to tell you right to do right now. M4D, if you want to be a truck driver, the first thing you do is go to YouTube, type in Trucker Brown, okay? Trucker Brown has 300,000 videos, but don't start there. Don't do that. Under Trucker Brown's YouTube channel, search how to be a truck driver. Or go to his old videos when he was driving company. Like right now, Trucker Brown has his own company, and he's built his own company up, and he's doing extremely well right now. But he started out with a company called CR England. I would not suggest CR England based on what I know about them, but that might be a good option for you. The reason why I say that is because there are some specifics about the job of a trucker that I don't know. I know about the owner-operator side. I know about the business side because I do business consulting. I have never in my life driven a truck. I don't know the inner workings of a truck and how to own that. I am a entrepreneur that I build businesses. I don't drive trucks. So that's thing number one. So Trucker Brown, he has the most amount of videos that I have seen on how to get into the industry. But from what I understand, as long as you don't have any felonies, but if you do have some felonies, then there are certain places you can go. But if you don't have a felony, if you can pass a drug test, then there's several different companies out there that will fly you out. Or not fly you out, or you would catch the Greyhound to go. You're going to stay, you're going to pass the tests, as long as everything lines up the proper way. Matter of fact, I want you to send me a message because there's a video of his that I will send you the video specifically. So on Facebook, send me a message on Facebook and say, hey, I was the guy that asked about trucking, and I'm going to send you that video of him when he's talking about it in grave detail. He's explaining it in grave detail. But basically, you would just drive for them for a year, and once you drive for them a year, it'll pay for your CDL license. You're going to pay them back, and after you pay them back, then you're free to go and become an owner-operator. But my advice for you is the moment you go, start your business immediately, because that entire year counts for you. Because like I said, I have a lender that would give $100,000 right now to a startup business as long as they've been in business for a year. But they have to be a real business. You see what I'm saying? So while you're driving for a year for somebody else, still have that business, have all of your income being deposited into your business account. Show that you are a real legitimate business, because that's going to help you when it comes to getting funding. That is a secret that I'm teaching you. You can be, like for instance, people are school teachers and they're real estate agents on the side. Basically, you're going to be a company driver and then own a business on the side. What your business chooses to do, it doesn't matter. That's why I say, I don't want you to put trucking in your name. I don't want you to put logistics in your name, because I just want you to put a business so that once you are done with that year and you're ready to go drive for other people, now you're your own owner operator. If you want to get your own authority, or if you want to lease on to somebody, you can. You're making big time good money, and then you have access to real working capital, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. You don't even have to get the full $100,000. Imagine how comfortable you would be if you had an extra $30,000 in your account right now. Right now. And you got more money coming in. So I said all of that to say this. If you want to be a truck driver and you want to be a company driver, or you want to get into the trucking industry, thing number one is send me a message and say, hey, I'm the guy that asked about driving. That's thing number one. Thing number two, because after I leave here, I got to go have cigars and a cocktail with this young lady who I've been messaging back and forth, and she's finally in town, so we're going to go hang out. So it might not be tonight that I'm going to get to it. It might be tomorrow. So if you want to find out tonight, go to Trucker Brown's channel, TB, and look at his old videos, and type in how to get into trucking, or on YouTube type in how to get into trucking, Trucker Brown. He has great detailed experiences on how you're able to get into it. So let me answer some of these questions. All right, guys, y'all gonna have me up here live for hours. Hold on for a second. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right. Let's see here. Man, I see why Super Chat is so cool, because it leaves everything right up there for you. What's good, everybody? Garnell is in the building. Hey, Garnell, how are you doing, my man? All right. So, Mad Boss Tuo, that was for you. All right. Now, let's see. It says, I have an LLC through LegalZoom and a business address and a P.O. box. Something you said a while ago was a no-no. Can you fix this with the course? Yes. So yes, in our course, we teach you how you're able to change your address and how you're able to get a legitimate address for your LLC. So yes, in the course, we walk you step by step through the process of either creating an LLC from scratch, and you don't have to pay $1,700 for somebody to do it. You know, we teach you how to do it yourself. Very simple and easy. You just fill out everything. We tell you what you need to do. The second thing is that if you have created an LLC and you need to update your forms or you need to change your address, we walk you through the process of doing it, because some people will try to charge you $250 to do that. You don't have to pay that. In our course, we teach you how to do that as well. Man, let's see here. I apologize, guys. when I answer the questions, it goes away. So I got to kind of go back. Super chat, leave your comment right up there. So then I ain't got to go back. All right. So Joseph Wallace says, what some credit unions would you recommend for opening up a business checking account? That's a very good question. It depends on, we have a relationship with a very good credit union that I'm going to keep private because as a consultant, that's how I get paid. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the reason why, I get paid off of my relationships with the lenders. I have contracts with 150 different lenders. So I have connect with a credit union that is going to give all new businesses $40,000, brand new startup, as long as you qualify. But there is a membership process, and I'll walk you through the process of becoming a member through them. But any type of credit, any credit union is going to be better than a bank. So to answer the question, any credit union that is a true member-based credit union is better than a bank. Any credit union is better than a bank. But in our course, I have access to a credit union that's going to give a brand new startup business, like I said, anywhere from $15,000 to $40,000, as long as they're set up the proper way, and we go through the process. So the question that I answered before your question, somebody talked about the LLC and the address and the PO box. That's all what I mean by being set up the proper way, and then having certain ducks in a row. So to answer your question, that's to answer your question. But any credit union is better than a bank, any one of them. So if you already have a relationship with one, then continue to build that relationship with the credit union. Or if you want to know the exact credit union that we use, that we have a relationship with, that's giving out tremendous lines of credit, then I would suggest you enroll into the course. Let's see here. Boom. All right. All right, so how long does it take to get an 80 paydex score? That's a very good question, Trucker. It only takes 60 days in most cases to get an 80 paydex score from start to finish. If you do it the proper way, it takes 60 days. It really only takes 30 days, really, to be very candid with you. But I say 60 days because depending on what day of the week you open your account and depending on what day of the week you make your payment, 60 days is when you can have an 80 paydex in our course at least. But on average 90 days, depending on who you go through. But the starter vendors, because of the lines of credit and the available lines that I teach in the course, they report. And when you open up the lines of credit, they report. So in order to get an 80 paydex, you have to have 5 payment experiences. So I encourage everybody, get all 5 of them on a certain day of the week at a certain time. Boom. Then in a full 30 days go by, it shows up. But I have to give leeway because 30 days is real tight. So I always say 60 days because, it has to go over a full calendar month, a full 30-day period. But that's a very good question, though. But typically anywhere from 60 to 90 days. All right, that's a very good question. Garnell is in the building. Hey, Garnell, how are you doing, my man? What's good, everybody? All right, Dwayne is in the building. What's up, Dean? Just figured out how to chat on here. That's good stuff, Dwayne. That's good stuff. All right, you're in Atlanta. Okay, Garnell, you're in Atlanta. What are you doing tonight? Freight broker course. So excellent. I'm learning too much. Okay, Garnell. Matter of fact, Garnell, I'm going to call you as soon as I'm done with this. Text me your number. I'm going to call you as soon as I'm done with this. Maybe you want to link up tonight because I was supposed to link up with a young lady. And I told her I had a webinar with my clients up until 9. So she probably going to be upset. But it is what it is. We can link up tonight if you like to, Garnell. Drinks and cigars on me, Garnell, if you want to. All right, so no bankruptcy, no foreclosure, no repossessions. Okay, if that's the case, Penn, no bankruptcies, no foreclosures, and no repossessions, and you are now riding with Snyder, you're in a really good position. Your credit is not bad. Your credit is just dormant. So that's not considered bad credit. That's just considered dormant credit. So the first thing you need to do, if you have dormant credit, where you have new credit and the new credit you had, you probably didn't have a good relationship with and the people did not do well with it. I mean, not the people didn't do well with it, or the lenders, or the people who you went through, you did not handle it the proper way. If that is the case, then what you need to do is you need to open up new lines of credit. That's the first thing you need to do. Hold on for a second. Bad connection. It's telling me bad connection. Are we starting again? It says bad connection. Hold on. Are we starting again? Hold on. It says bad connection. Okay. All right, we're back. All right. So I've just paused for a moment. So go ahead and so there are 29 people that are watching right now. I want everybody to hit the like button. Hit the like button right now, all at one time. I want everybody to hit the like button. We have 30 some odd people. So everybody hit the like button right now, because it looks like the connection went out and it came back in. So everybody hit that like button right now. Hit the like button right now. All right. So to answer your question, okay, that's good. Okay, Chase and Andrew Jackson is in the building. Say I'm good, so you can hear me. Okay, that's good. You can see me. Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. So to answer your question, Penn, you just now got on with Snyder. You don't have any bankruptcies, any foreclosures, so you are good to go. If you and your definition of having bad credit sounds to me, this is sight unseen without looking at a credit report, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you had some new lines of credit that you tried to get that you didn't manage the right way, and you really had no credit, and now it's hard to get somebody to give you new credit. So in your situation, the best thing to do would be to get new lines of credit. You need to get lines of credit that report. Now, what a lot of people would do is they'll tell you to get a secured credit card. Do not get a secured credit card. That's one of the worst things you can do, because getting a secured credit card is like putting a governor on your truck. Why you don't want to do that? Or getting a secured credit card is like putting training wheels on a Hemi, on a Harley Davidson, actually, on a Harley. So I said all of that to say that secured credit cards, it could work, or it did work back in the day, but there are lenders that we have relationship with that'll give you $5,000 line of credit brand new, as long as you don't have a bankruptcy, as long as you're not in a current bankruptcy, and as long as you don't owe a tremendous amount in child support to where it is a judgment against you where they're garnishing your wages. You can be on child support. Being on child support is fine, but if there's like a judgment to where they're garnishing your wages and or you don't have a bankruptcy, then you'll be able to have access to $10,000 and $15,000 of personal credit, 100% guaranteed, that report to your personal credit, report to all 3 credit bureaus, regardless of what your credit score is right now. Those are the only 2 qualifications that will get you out. Now, the reason why that is good is because there's something that's called credit mirroring. Credit mirroring is when underwriters look at your credit profile, they're going to determine your credit worthiness based on what you already have. So that's why you don't want to, it's kind of like if you date a broke chick, that means that any chick that got money would never want to date you because you dated a broke chick. So it's kind of hard to break past that. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, you don't want to get secured loans or secured credit cards, because secured credit cards on personal, okay? Business is completely different, and I'm gonna talk about that if somebody asks that question. I can't get into it right now because I'm gonna have to finish this up when I get to the end, because we've been on for quite some time. So I'm gonna go for an hour on this one. So right now this says I'm at 40 minutes, so I got another 20 minutes. So, and I'm gonna try to get down all of your questions. But so, secured credit cards, they do work a small amount, but when you get larger lines of credit, it helps in multiple ways. The first way it helps is because now when you do go to get more desirable credit, they're going to see a $5,000 line of credit versus a $300 line of credit. So they see that you manage that $5,000 the right way. They're going to determine that you have more credit worthiness, and they're going to give you more larger lines of credit. So that's thing number 1. Thing number 2, the reason why smaller lines of credit aren't that beneficial because of credit utilization. You want to keep your debt to credit ratio very, very low. And so if you get $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, you can have some credit cards right now that are completely maxed out. But by getting those larger lines of credit, that's going to reduce your utilization. So it's going to help you tremendously. So we teach that in our course. It's called our 100-point credit boost. That's why there's a young lady who talked about how her credit score went up 160 points because she did it the proper way. She had some old negative things. She erased those. Then she got the guaranteed credits. Her scores went up 160 points. And she did that in 60 days. On average, your scores go up in like 30, 45 days. I have a screenshot that I shared. Somebody's score went up 100 points in 30 days. Like it said, your score went up 50 points. And then 2 weeks later, it said your score went up another 50 points. So I have a screenshot for showing that. All right, so let me see what did I leave off at? What did I leave off at? Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, Garnell is gonna message me and let me know what we having cigars and drinks at. All right. So Frankie says. All right, and so Dante. Okay, so that's Deontay. You say you're a male. Okay, got it. My bad. Good stuff. Just call me Penn. I got you. Thanks for the info. Good stuff, Penn. Yeah, I could. The last name, the first name's kind of funny, but last name, okay, Penn. I got you. Good stuff. All right. So Frankie G says, I'm a company driver. They don't take taxes out from your check. Should you switch? Should you switch it up for them to take the taxes out, so your income will show the actual amount that you gross? All right, Frankie G. So that's a very good question. So you're a company driver and you are 1099 basically. You're a company driver and you're 1099, and you want to know if you should switch it up to where it'll show your W to where they take taxes out. This is my opinion. Taxes is a loan that you give the government. In every situation that I've been in, I strongly suggest that you get all of your money up front. Income tax returns, I don't like income tax returns. I want all of my money right now. Why I gotta wait a year to get $3,000? This already mine. I need my $3,000. Well, what if I needed my $3,000? What if I needed $150 in April? Why I gotta wait all the way for the whole part of the year? So I said all of that to say this. The problem is that being a company driver and you are 1099 employee, at the end of the year when it's time for you to do your taxes, a lot of times people are tempted to do as many deductions as possible so that they can get a return. My advice is the goal in your situation is to break even. The ideal goal would be for you to go from being a company driver to be a real owner operator. That's the real ideal goal. And if they are paying you like you're 1099, you're already on the road to becoming a real owner operator. And in that case, that's a different scenario. So my advice, I said all of that to say this, is that the idea is to break even. When you're in that situation, don't try to get any refunds back. Just break even, because you want your income to be high enough so that when you do go to qualify for lending, you have some income. The mistake that a lot of people make is they'll make, let's say, $60,000 a year. And then at the end of the year, they'll get all these deductions. And at the bottom line, they might get $2,000 in a tax return, but then it'll just say they only made $14,000. Well, look at what you're trading. You got to pick your poison. Either you break even and now you got access to $75,000 business loan, or you can go ahead and take this money from the government and keep your little $3,000. So I said all of that to say this: you have to keep your end in mind. You have to know the purpose for what you're doing and why you're doing it. So that's why when people give advice and it's not tailored specifically for a person, that's like telling a 120 pound person to take this amount of pills and medicine, and then you got this person that's 350 pounds to take the same amount. It has to be subscribed specifically or prescribed specifically for that person. The same thing when it comes to consulting, and the same thing when it comes to tax advice. So it's not a blanket situation. Some person might have 3 kids. Another person might not have no kids. Somebody might have 4 kids. Another person might take care of their grandparents and might have a liability. So I said all of that to say this, that it's very specific and tailored. And I try to give out as much free information as I can, but when you are a client, you get access to me and I'm able to tailor make things for you. I do as much as I can free. I was on the radio today for 3 hours. I was open. You guys could have called me live on the air. I was on the air from 1 to 3 o'clock. I do the live Q&As, and then I also do the private, and I do stuff on YouTube. So I said all of that to say this: I want to be able to give you as much information as I can, but the best way to get the best advice and to get things that are tailor-made specifically for you is to be enrolled into our course. It's only $50 a month for 12 months. And you get a full refund if you don't get what's guaranteed, and you're definitely going to get that 20 times over. All right, so let's see. Oh, man. And Justin, I'm mad that you didn't hit me up when you was stuck and you was in your layover. You should have hit me up when you was waiting for your clock to reset when you was in Atlanta, man. That's jacked up, man. We could have went and had some Jack in the Box or some Arby's or something, man. You tripping, Justin. You supposed to hit me up and let me know when you was in town. Like, I'm about to treat Garnell to some cigars tonight. Or I think Garnell might not puff on cigars. Or you can have something while I puff on a cigar. We can have some drinks, eat some chicken wings or something, and talk. I want to celebrate. I had a really good day today. All right, so let's see here. Business should be... All right, let's see here. Let's go back. All right, it's 42. I got a couple more minutes. All right, let's see here. Let's kind of go back to the questions. All right, good stuff. Here we go. Okay. All right, so Penn says, I have an LLC, but I have trucking attached to the company. All right. All right, Penn, you're asking a lot of good questions. You definitely need to be enrolled into the course. Hold on, I'm going to get to that question, though. I'm going to get to it. I'm just trying to go back to where I left off at. All right. All right. Hey, Dean, looking forward to the one-on-one. Yes, Dwayne, the one-on-one. See, Dwayne booked a one-on-one with me, and we got caught up, and we got busy. I was going to do the one-on-one tonight, but... So, Dwayne, let's do our one-on-one tomorrow morning, okay? So, I know that you said that you were off today, but I was at the radio station, then I had to hurry up and get something to eat, and then trying to get ready for this. I got your email. So, Dwayne, tomorrow we're going to have a one-on-one session for an hour, you and I. So, just let me know what time tomorrow. So, you'll be good to go, Dwayne. Thank you so much for that. Our schedule's kind of messed up. All right, Joseph is in the building. Joseph says, what is the best credit card to establish personal credit? I would recommend. That's a very good question. The credit card that I would suggest, Joseph, to start building business credit isn't really a credit card at all. It's actually a company that will give you $5,000. It's a $5,000 line of credit, brand new. That's what I would suggest. Now, in our course, we have 5 of those companies. So in our course, you're guaranteed, you get access to, like I said, the things that will stop you from getting the guaranteed lines of credit would be if you are fresh out of a bankruptcy and or you have debts in the forms of a judgment for child support. Those are the only 2 things that'll stop you from getting approved from these lines of credit. So these lines of credit are anywhere from $5,000, $1,500. We have 3 of them that are $5,000 a piece. So there's $15,000 a piece. Those are the things that you need to do to start applying their store accounts. And they report to all 3 credit bureaus. And they're going to boost your credit score tremendously. That's the first thing you do, because that's going to open you up for credit mirroring. Because you can easily go from having 0 zilch credit, nothing, to getting these guaranteed lines of credit, $15,000, and now you can have an Amex to where you can go out and buy a truck if you want to, and in 30 days pay that bad boy off. When you have an American Express, you can literally buy anything that you want to buy. So depending on how you build business or how you build your credit the proper way, even for personal credit, I suggest that you go that way. I suggest that you use the strategy called credit mirroring, and a lot of people don't know it if they've never worked in underwriting. They don't know credit mirroring. So I said all of that to say that's my advice. Now, I'm actually going to give out a free course. I'm going to give out a course for free. We're doing the finishing touches on it. That's going to teach you how to boost your credit score 100 points. I'm going to give it away for free. I'm not finished with it yet, so stay around. If you want the credit, if you want the personal credit course, I'm going to give it away for free. FREE. I'm doing some finishing touches on it, and I'm going to give you access to that. Just give me a few more days, all right? If you are enrolled into the course, you have access to it immediately right now, to some of that information. So I said all of that to say, building personal credit is a little different from building business credit, which is a little different from establishing a brand new business, which is a little different from coming from bankruptcy. So all of your questions, they're coming in. I'm loving all of your questions. It's getting very, very late. So if I did not answer your question, because the live does not save the questions. Now, you guys know me. I am on social media, and I work so much. So I be in my bed working. So I said all that to say this. If I did not answer your question, immediately when the live feed is done, I'm going to answer 3 more questions. When the live feed is done, I want you to come back and ask your question in the comments below, and I'm going to physically answer your question, okay? So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to answer your questions, the ones that I missed. So if I missed your question, I'm going to answer 3 more questions. But when I come back, I'm going to answer your question below. Okay. So I'm going to answer 3 more questions. And then after that, then we're going to be good to go. So if I missed your question, re-ask your question in the comments so it'll stick. So I don't got to do the scrolling thing, and I answer your questions. All right, it says, all right, so, these are the 3 questions. Okay. All right. All right. So MQD says Party Hard talk about being a felon. Yeah, Party Hard talks about being a felon and being in the trucking industry as well. That's good stuff. I'm gonna reach out to Party Hard. I heard he was a really cool guy. All right. All right. All right. So this is a question. All right. Black says, I would like to talk to someone about your business credit program. How do I get in touch with you? By phone. All right, Black. So if you want to get in contact with me by phone, just call the office number. But you can't enroll over the phone. You have to enroll through the link. So if you want to enroll in the course, go to dcfionline.com. It's dcfionline.com. So in the description, come back to this video. Once this is done, I'm going to drop look at all of my other videos. You can see the link to the website, and you can also call the office line if you want to call the office line. Like I'm doing a one-on-one with Dwayne, because Dwayne called the office line and he said, Dean, I said I want to do a one-on-one consulting. And I was like, okay, Dwayne, I charge $150 an hour. He said, Gene said nothing but a word. I said, all right, let's go ahead and do it. So he and I have a one-on-one session. But I said all that to say this: even though I am a radio personality, and even though I'm starting to realize that I'm considered a celebrity, I don't see it myself. I don't see it until some people make me feel that way. Like in my mind, I'm thinking I'm a #1 best-selling author. I just think that that's a cool thing to say, not really put me like, yeah, I'm on TV, I guess. Yeah, I'm on the radio, I guess. But in my mind, I still run a regular business. So when you guys call my office line and it's during the workday, if I don't pick up, if my secretary don't pick up, I pick up, or my secretary will forward you to somebody. If another team member is not available, then I'll be available. It's so funny because people say, oh, Dean, I can't believe it's you. Because in my mind, I'm thinking I'm still a regular guy, but like, yeah, I guess I do have a radio show that's in front of 3.5 million people, but that don't matter. Listen, what the check look like? That's what I care about mostly. Like fame is okay, but I'd rather have fortune over fame. You understand what I'm saying? But so anyway. So basically, Black, I said all that to say this. If you want to talk to somebody, just give us a call during business hours. All of the information is available on the website. But if you talk to somebody online, if you talk on the phone, we won't have a 4-hour, 2-hour conversation. We ain't doing that. But if you have some simple, quick questions, I can answer those simple, quick questions. But all of the questions are answered on the website, and you cannot sign up over the phone. You have to physically enroll through the website because there's certain things that you need to answer when you go through it. So you can call. I can answer the questions for you, or one of my secretaries or somebody, whoever luck of the draw, whoever picks up the phone. But most importantly, we were still going to forward you back to the website, which is dcfionline.com. Or just type in dcfionline.com/enroll, and it'll take you right to where you need to be. Once this is done, I'm going to drop the link in the description before I head out. So that was one question. I got 2 more questions, and then if I missed your question, then ask your question. As soon as this is done, come back and ask your question in the comments, and I'm going to answer your questions. All right. So you guys see how detailed I am. So I want to answer everybody's question. But I understand why Super Chat is so cool now, because Super Chat will keep everything at the top. All right, let's see. What did I leave off at? I am sharp, my dude. Thank you so much, Alta H. That's not considered a question, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. I'm glad. I appreciate you. Glad. I am sharp. Thank you very much for that. What's up, my God? I am doing good. Young Jay, thanks so much for reaching out, Young Jay. All right, let's see here. All right, here's one. All right, I'm a 21-year-old trucker, and yet to have established credit. Every time you try to apply, you get denied. All right, what would be good advice for you? All right, iDodger, that's a very good question. So iDodger, best thing that I would suggest that you do is get guaranteed lines of credit. There are certain companies that will give you lines of credit that report to the credit bureaus, but you can only use it at their stores. Like in our course, there's a total of 7 of them, and they're going to give you guaranteed lines of credit. The purpose for this isn't so you can ball out, isn't so you can have watches on arms and rings on finger. That's not the purpose for this. This is to establish your credit. They're going to give you, like I said, anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 that reports to your credit bureaus. And what you do is after you get those approved and you get those lines of credit, the only two things that'll stop you is if you have open bankruptcy and or you are in child support where they are garnishing you, which is considered a lawsuit. Those two things, if those two things are not the case, then you're going to get guaranteed access to these lines of credit. Once you get these lines of credit and they report to your credit bureaus, your credit score is going to jump through the roof because your utilization is going to be low. You're going to have a high limits and you're going to have new lines of credit. That's going to open you up to getting more desired lines of credit that you want. That's when you'll be able to get like the Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, and they're going to instantly just approve you because you're going to have high scores. So that's the purpose. That's how credit mirroring works. And so in our course, we teach you credit mirroring. We teach you how it works. So that's what I would suggest that you do. Instead of going to credit cards and going to companies getting denied, that's the first thing I would suggest that you do. Second thing is if you do have anything that's on your credit that's negative, wipe it out completely clean. In our course, we teach you how to do a full credit sweep where you're able to wipe everything off your credit. Not everything. Certain things cannot be wiped out, but we have wiped out bankruptcies, have wiped out student loans, have wiped out old foreclosures. Those have been wiped out. And I have one more question because I'm approaching 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes till it's an hour. And I think they're going to shut me down. All right, so Trucker Ice, this is the last one. Trucker Ice Ben says, I have been trying to get vendor accounts and I'm getting denied because they say other businesses have the same address. What do I do? I have a contract and EIN, this address for your LLC. All right, so Trucker Ice, what you need to do, first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that the address that you use is a legitimate business address. If they say that other businesses have that address, you need to know, does it show up as a real business address or does it show up as a P.O. box? So you need to know exactly how your address is showing up. In our course, we give you access to resources for virtual offices for like $50 that will show up 100% as legitimate, straight up and down brick and mortar businesses, no questions asked. So that's thing number one. The second thing is make sure that your online presence, the reason why I'm going to tell you the reason why that's stopping you. Sight unseen, you don't have a website and your website isn't optimized. So that's the reason how come they cannot differentiate you. So if you're in a situation to where you do have like a virtual office and there are a lot of different websites, what happened is that the underwriter, they're doing their manual underwrite of you. And the issue is the address. And when it comes up, they don't see you. You don't have an online presence. That's why in our course, we give you a website for free. Not because we don't give you a website for free so you can show off and all the other stuff. Now, the website is beautiful. It's nice. I mean, the same web development that I use for my sites is the same web development you guys have. It's a beautiful, beautiful site. If you guys want to see what the website looks like, go to apduncan.com. That is the model. All the websites look like that, apduncan.com. That website is specific towards real estate though, but it'll be specific towards whatever you need, trucking or whatever. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, the reason why you're getting that issue is because when underwriters go to try to find you and they look for you online, they don't find you. So when they do their research and they do their search, you don't give them what they need to see. So in our course, we give you a website for that purpose and we do search engine optimization with you for that purpose. We don't do search engine optimization so you can come up on number one on Google or so you can get all these online sales. That's not the purpose for the search engine optimization. The purpose for the search engine optimization is so that when you go through automatic underwriting, if your address isn't instantly found and you have to go through a manual underwrite, you won't run into the issue that you're running into right now. Because you might have a legitimate business address and your legitimate business address could be straight up brick and mortar, but because you don't have the online presence and you don't know what the underwriters are looking for, you don't know what to give them. That's the reason why in our course, we walk you step by step through the right way to do it. So ladies and gentlemen, it has been an hour. Garnell, I'm about to call you to see if you want to meet up tonight. Drinks, cigars on me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm vlogging today. So I vlogged from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. I'm about to go out, either Garnell, my client who is in town, Or this young lady who I was supposed to call an hour ago, she'll be mad. She'll be all right. I mean, it's business. It is what it is. So we supposed to hang out. Either way it goes, if you guys want to see what the rest of my day looks like or the rest of my night looks like, tune into the vlog. I'm going to be uploading it Thursday at the latest. Dwayne, tomorrow morning, sir, you and I are having our one-on-one. Every last one of you guys that liked, that shared this, thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you so much. I'm glad that you allow me to speak into your life. It is a blessing to be sought after, and I appreciate you allowing me to speak into your life. I thank you for letting me be a part of your success. A lot of people want to be a part of your journey to success to say that they took credit for it. I just want to sit back and look at your success. When I die and I go to heaven, I want Jehovah God to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You made millionaires. Thank you for helping me to make you successful. I speak a blessing over every last one of you guys. Clients in the School of Business Credit, or formerly the School of Business Credit, E.DeanCole Financial Institute. I don't know what I did to get in Facebook jail. I think because the radio show today was shared in so many different places online. Restart later. Try later. That put me in Facebook jail. So I'm going to go live in our group tomorrow. So Wednesday, everybody who is in the executive lounge, who's in our course, I'm going to be going live tomorrow. It's going to be geared specifically towards what you guys need, because this kind of got out of whack. I was just trying to stay consistent. I said I was going to go live. Facebook put me in jail. So even though tomorrow is Wednesday, live from me answering all your questions, we're going to go live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go live from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The courses are updated. The courses are uploaded. Other People's Money, the real estate course, will be available first thing tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Well, not first thing, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We finally worked out the kinks. All 3 of the intro videos are up for that. I'm excited about that. Dwayne, give me a call. Garnell, message me. You guys have a good night and go get them. Success is waiting for you.